This video will talk about record appraisal and the primary and secondary value of records. To further understand these concepts, first, let's define a record. What is a record? The definition is actually broader than what you might think. A record is information created or received by an institution that documents the organization, functions, policies, decisions, procedures, operations, or other activities of the institution. Simply put, a record is the evidence of any activity performed. What is record appraisal? Record appraisal is the process of determining the archival value of records. It decides what records the organization will keep or permanently discard. Appraisal decisions are decided by a number of factors, including the historical, legal, operational, and financial value of the records to the institution. A record retention schedule is a policy that sets how long certain data must be kept and provides disposal guidelines for how data items should be discarded. This ensures that records are kept only for as long as they are needed for operational and legal purposes and are then disposed of appropriately. What is primary value? Primary value is the value of the record to the record creator. Its value is derived from purposes for which it was originally created. Examples of primary values are administrative value, legal value, and fiscal value. Administrative value. The usefulness of records to the organization for the conduct of current business. Administrative value ends when you no longer have use for that record in your day-to-day operations. However, that record may still have value to the organization fiscally, legally, or historically. Examples include procedure manuals, retention schedules, memos, and reports. Fiscal value. The significance of records that contain financial information necessary to conduct current or future business or serves as evidence of financial transactions. Fiscal records are often subject to audit and are kept for the time period that an audit can be initiated. Once audits have been resolved, fiscal records often lose their value rapidly. Examples include financial statements, expense ledgers, credit card reports, payroll. Legal value. The usefulness of records to document and protect the rights and interests of the organization, to provide legal defense, to demonstrate law compliance, or to meet other legal needs. The duration of legal value varies with the matter at hand. Records with legal value may be disposable, but they may require a long retention period. Examples include contracts, licenses, social security, and property leases. Some records have enduring value even beyond its intended use. This is called its secondary value. What is secondary value? Secondary value is the value of the record to others. Its value is based on the purpose different from what it was originally created for. Examples of secondary value are evidential value and informational value. Evidential value. The value of the records that provide authentic and adequate documentation of an organization's creation, functions, policies, and structure. It is to show the history of the organization concerned and to answer technical questions regarding its operations. Archivists would preserve records that contain sufficient evidence to show what the form of organization was, how it conducted its activities, who were the governing bodies, and the result of its operations. For evidentiary purposes, archivists preserve only a few keywords from the regularly kept series and from large classes of constantly recurring documents. Examples include minutes and documents about policy decisions, major financial accounts, and registers or memoranda of activities. Roughly, all records reflecting policy and practice that would enable someone else to continue or revive the organization, in case present staff were wiped out, are kept for its evidential value. Informational value. The value of a record that provides unique and permanent information for the purposes of research. It is useful information a record contains on people, places, subjects, and the like. There are a number of tests by which the informational value of records may be judged. These are uniqueness, form, and importance. Uniqueness means that the information contained in a record is not found in any other record and has a complete and usable structure. Information is obviously unique if it cannot be found elsewhere. Form relates mainly to the degree to which the information is concentrated. Information may be concentrated in records in the sense that a few facts are presented about many persons, things, or phenomena. Many facts are presented about a few persons, things, or phenomena, or many facts are presented about diverse matters, persons, things, and phenomena. Lastly, a record is judged for its importance. An archivist assumes that his first priority is to preserve records containing information that will satisfy the needs of the parent organization first and succeeding users second. Normally, the more important the person or thing, the more important is the record relating to it. Other examples of records with informational value are examples including census schedules, military service records, pension files, and land entry papers and various kinds of case files. Distinction between evidential and informational values. It should be emphasized that the distinction between evidential and informational values is made solely for purposes of discussion. The two types of values are not mutually exclusive. A record may be useful for various reasons. The value that attaches to it because of its evidence may occasionally be the same as the value that is derived from its information on persons, things, and phenomena.